What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to be shooting my 338 Lapua at some level 4 ceramic body armor from LA Police Gear, and I'm going to be using some tungsten core bullets that I've hand loaded, and I'm going to be shooting at the level 4 plate from 500 yards away. I want to see if these tungsten core bullets will penetrate through the level 4 plate at 500 yards. So these tungsten core bullets I've hand loaded to a muzzle velocity of 3,200 feet per second and a muzzle energy of 6,000 foot-pounds. And at 500 yards, the impact velocity is going to be right around 2,500 feet per second and 3,800 foot-pounds. So still a ton of energy and pretty good velocity at 500 yards. And the rifle I'm going to be using in this test is a CZ550 that's been customized. So I have a 416 Rigby receiver here, and I have a 26-inch K&P barrel. I got some New England Custom Guns iron sights that were installed by my gunsmith. This is a custom rifle. It was put together by my gunsmith. He did a great job. And here's my suppressor that I'm going to be using. Silencer Co. Hybrid 46 really makes shooting the 338 Lapua a lot less punishing. And this Atlas bipod is awesome. Got an Athlon scope. So far it's held up pretty well. Alaska Arms LLC quick detach rings, Navrattle arms, solid steel bolt knob, and Bell & Carlson bed block stock. And I put this on for more grip. This is from Hogue. It's like a sticky sandpaper. You glue it on to the stock. So what do you guys think? Do you think this 260 grain tungsten core bullet will penetrate through level 4 ceramic body armor at 500 yards? Take a guess. I've already shot this round at the level 4 plate at 100 yards. If you want to see that test, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. So we're going to do that test now at 500 yards. So let's see what happens. Let's get started shooting and take a guess. What do you guys think? Will it pass through? 338 Lapua, 260 grain tungsten core, 3,200 feet per second, 6,000 foot-pounds versus level 4 ceramic plate at 500 yards. LA Police Gear. Will it penetrate? Let's see what happens. All right, guys, 338 Lapua, 260 grain tungsten core versus level 4 ceramic body armor at 500 yards, 3,200 feet per second muzzle velocity, 6,000 foot-pounds muzzle energy. Did we penetrate at 500 yards? And no, we did not penetrate. Look at that, guys. Just a big bulge, but no penetration at all. Huge bulge. I mean, that would definitely incapacitate you. Just the blunt force trauma there, but no penetration. And it did do quite a bit of damage to the plate. Here was our hit. We hit kind of in the top right part. Okay. So pretty interesting. Definitely wasn't expecting that. I thought it would penetrate all the way through at 500 yards. And here we have some pieces here of the bullet. You can see the jacket fragment right there. All right, guys, so I'm gonna see if I can't hit it more in the center and see if it'll stop it again with a second shot and more in the center of the plate rather than off to the side. My guess is it probably won't penetrate, but just for my own peace of mind, just knowing that I tested this bullet to the fullest, we'll see if the second shot will get stopped by this cheap LA police gear plate. It's only like 120 bucks, but it's pretty tough, as you can see. So let's see what happens. Shot number 2, 260 grain tungsten core. It's going to have an impact velocity of around 2,500 feet per second and an impact energy of 3,600 foot-pounds. All right, guys, second shot with the 260 grain tungsten core versus level 4 ceramic body armor. Here was my hit. I was still off to the right. I need to start holding over more. Here was my second hit right there. And it looks like we may have penetrated, although that was like right on the edge of the plate. You can see there is an exit hole. Okay, so right on the edge of the plate, it did pass through on the second shot. So pretty interesting, but I still want to take one more shot and hit the meat of the plate rather than the edge. So let's take one more shot and try to hit over here somewhere and see if it'll penetrate, getting closer to the middle. But just for my own sake, I want to see what happens. But it looks like if you shoot on the edge of the plate, it'll definitely penetrate through. You can see that exit hole right there. So pretty interesting. And it should have actually went through some ceramic. So let me just show you guys. It did go through the ceramic tiles. You can see the broken ceramic right there. So it did actually hit the tiles. It's not like it missed the tiles and then just hit the Kevlar. It actually hit the edge of the tiles and then it just punched right through. Check that out, guys. You can see all the layers of Kevlar, how it just really deformed them. Look at that. That's insane. But it looks like it did penetrate, as you can see right there, a little exit hole right there. So it did penetrate on the edge, but the first shot going a little more to the center, it did not penetrate. So we're going to take one more shot and try to get the center of the plate more and see what'll happen then. All right, guys, so we got a perfect hit right in the middle of the plate. Check it out. Perfect hit, 500 yards. That's exactly where I want it to hit, right in the meat of the plate. And just so you guys don't think I'm lying, you can see it's spray painted there, 500. And I'm shooting from down there. All right, guys, so looks like we penetrated there. I'm not sure what happened here with the first shot, why it didn't penetrate there, but it penetrated here, and we had fresh tile and fresh Kevlar. This is in a completely different part of the plate. So I don't know what happened there, but it looks like we penetrated through. You can see a little cut right there. So we penetrated through at 500 yards. You can actually see what appears to be a bullet hole right there in this straw bale. Let's check if there's an exit hole on the back. Oh yeah, got an exit hole right here. So yeah, looks like we penetrated straight through. That's interesting. So the first shot, it didn't go through. Second shot went through, and third shot went through. I'm not sure why the first shot didn't go through, but that's pretty interesting. So there you guys have it. 338 Lapua versus level 4 ceramic body armor from LA Police Gear. 260 grain tungsten core, 3,200 feet per second at 500 yards. It did penetrate through. Looks like it just barely penetrated. I think maybe at 700 or 800 it might still penetrate. I'm not sure about 1,000, but I'm gonna try to repeat this test at 800 yards and then 1,000 yards. That'll be in future videos. All right, guys, so upon further analysis, I think the reason why we didn't penetrate on the first shot was probably because of the angle. I'm shooting at a 5-degree upwards angle. I'm literally on the side of a hill and I'm shooting upwards towards this plate. And the plate was sitting like this, perpendicular to the ground, which would be fine if we were on a flat range. But let me show you, just so you can see, I'm literally on the side of a hill. So I'm shooting upwards at about 5 degrees. I'm shooting from that building there. So I think that's why the first shot didn't penetrate. I think because for some reason, you know, I was shooting at an upward angle and I kind of hit it like very high on the plate. So I think when it was coming up on the angle, it just didn't hit it straight on. It kind of hit it like, you know, diagonal. It didn't go straight against the plate. It was coming up like this and it hit like that, and it didn't dump all its energy straight onto the plate. It dumped it on an angle, okay? But I think because my third shot was lower on the plate, I think the angle might have been less when it was coming in. So when it was coming in, it was coming up like this, and when I hit it on the bottom part of the plate, it probably hit it more straight on and penetrated, versus up here, my first shot, I came up like this at a higher angle, so it didn't dump all its energy straight on. And I think that's why the first shot didn't penetrate. And the second shot penetrated because also it was lower, like my third shot, it was lower on the plate, so the angle wasn't as extreme as the first shot. Okay, you see the difference here? Okay, versus the second shot and then the third shot. So second shot like this, third shot like that, and first shot was like this, okay? So huge difference in the angle. And also the second shot was more on the outside of the plate, but I think on a flat range at 500 yards, you should have no problem penetrating a level 4 plate with those tungsten core bullets. And on an angle, I guess you gotta just try to aim lower on the plate so the angle is less extreme. The bullet angle when it impacts the plate. And maybe in the future, what I'll do is I'll angle the plate downwards. So rather than having the plate sitting like this, I'll try to angle it down a little bit like that when I repeat this test at 800 yards and then 1,000 yards. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing more videos like this. I'm going to be doing this same test at 800 yards next, and then 1,000 yards. I just need some days without wind. It's pretty breezy here today. As you can see, the wind flag over there is blowing like crazy. So I'm going to wait for a couple of days when the weather settles down and it's not as breezy, because at 800 yards, could blow my bullets all over the place, and it's a small target, and those tungsten core bullets are not cheap and they're hard to find. So it might be a little while before I come out with the 800 yard test and then subsequently 1,000 yards. I do think it will penetrate at 800 just based on how big of a hole it left here. I mean, it just passed straight through, but 1,000 yards it might not. That's pretty much it for this one, guys. Stay tuned to my channel for more 338 Lapua content. Like I said, I'm going to repeat this test at 800 yards, then 1,000. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to see all of my armor testing videos with the 338 Lapua or other cartridges, I'll leave a link in the top right corner to my armor testing playlist, and also to my 338 Lapua playlist, which has all my 338 Lapua videos. So from the Appalachian Mountains in Pennsylvania, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.